Hello wrestling fans, I'm Mud Puppet Joel, he is Mud Puppet Ryan. As always, we are the Mud Puppets, here once again to call some wrestling action for you. Had a big show this weekend, Ryan, at Bouncing Off the Walls in Wyandotte. We will have all of those matches in the coming weeks. Today, we have a match from March 12th, 2011 between Jaimy Coxx and the man you see there, GQ Gavin Quinn.
Should be a good one, Joel. Two talented wrestlers here. Mr. Quinn making his way down to the ring, and you can tell the fans do not like him too much. They don't seem to like his fashion sense or his style.
You see Willie Watts, sweet Willie Watts in the ring there. He was the special guest ring announcer that night, and what you didn't hear was that this match has a 10-minute time limit on it.
Slurring your words there, Joel. Have you been drinking today?
I've not been drinking today.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not that I'm going to admit. See GQ there having some words with the fans.
This is what a man looks like, guys.
Oh, that's what a man looks like. I have wondered.
I've always wanted to know.
Those guys apparently don't agree.
They don't seem to agree that a man would wear those pants, but I don't have a problem with a little bit of style when you get into the ring. You know, there's nothing wrong with looking good.
Professional wrestling, there's a certain amount of flamboyance at times, showmanship. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, Sweet Willie was out there as the ring announcer. He's the man who knows what flamboyance is all about and knows the psychological edge it can give you over an opponent. So.
Sweet Willie Watts this past weekend took on MCWA heavyweight champion Mark Joka, and it was a pretty interesting matchup.
It's always interesting when those guys lock up. Looking forward to this one, Joel. I've become a big fan of Jaimy Coxx and in calling his matches. He's a very proficient wrestler, very technically skilled. A good all-around performer. You know, he can brawl, he can fly, he can wrestle, he can sort of do it all.
There they lock up here, just feeling each other out. You know, when you're unfamiliar with an opponent, there's just like in any other sport, whether it's the NHL or the NFL, you get those playoff game situations, and you use that. I know in the NHL, that first game, maybe you feel your opponent out a little bit. Football, maybe you use that first quarter or so, and same thing with a wrestling match.
Sure, you want to get in there, you want to see what the guy's made of, you want to test his strengths and his weaknesses, especially if it's an opponent you're not overly familiar with.
Pacing around each other. Jaimy Coxx, of course, they lock up here, was involved in a big match this past weekend, had himself a mystery partner to take on Eddie Venom and MPW heavyweight champion Austin Mannix. He has the side headlock there. That was a very entertaining match, as a matter of fact.
Look forward to calling it in the coming weeks.
2 count. Coxx was able to maneuver out of it.
You see here, Coxx has him down in the headlock, into the pin again, and very smart there. Jaimy Coxx able to hold on to that headlock and sway his weight over, so he was not pinned.
Quinn working him down now he has him trapped.
Quinn with the leg scissors around the neck. Jaimy Coxx able to bridge out of it.
It's still really just in that sort of feeling out stage still.
You can see neither guy wants to take too big of a risk here in the early going. They don't want to give their opponent an opening by going too broad with anything.
You know, I got a bone to pick with Big Bubba Luscious.
Really?
Aside from the fact that he continues to give himself ridiculous nicknames, he recently called himself the Mountain of Molten Lust.
You know, I've seen Big Bubba, and Mountain, I can see. Molten, maybe. It's the lust part that I think would be the hang-up.
Quinn, Coxx in the corner delivers a fist. Yeah, I would think anybody with the combination of Big and Bubba in their name would be precluded from claiming to be a mountain of molten lust.
You would think so, but this is professional wrestling, so the standards are a little different.
True enough. Coxx with the upper hand here. Gives a right back to Gavin Quinn. He whips him off the ropes. Back body drop there. Gavin Quinn, of course, from what I know, primarily, just as we had Cameron Sky last week, primarily a Clash wrestling talent. And right there, he's Went to the outside to take himself a breather, and probably a smart idea. Coxx seems to have gained the upper hand here in the early going.
And always smart to roll out. Oh, and he spit right at him.
He spat, Ryan.
Oh, he spat. He spat at him. That sounds much worse.
It sure does. Oh, lured him to the outside though. That was the plan from the get-go. Not a bad one. Although now Coxx seems to have gained the upper hand right back, and they're out fighting amongst the fans.
See how close and personal action you get when you come to a show.
It is the great thing about an indie show that it often spills out right into the crowd. Coxx throwing him into the chair now, and takes a moment to celebrate.
Vicious shot into the side of that chair there, and Jaimy Coxx gonna come off the chair with a big smash.
Big smash, Ryan? Is that a
big
technical
smash?
term?
I believe
There's
that
a
is...
double axe handle there.
I got my wrestling dictionary out, and that is what that move is called. Oh, and a big smash from Quinn now.
Couple of right fists. Coxx is, I think, both these guys, I think especially Gavin Quinn, it benefits him to get this back into the ring. Jaimy Coxx with a little bit of size, I think it appears. And you mentioned earlier, he can brawl when that is called upon to do. And Gavin Quinn more an aerialist. Needs to get back into the ring.
Yeah, I'm curious, Joel. This is not a no count out, no disqualification match. Referees they've been outside for about 45 minutes.
I don't mind it when a ref. Ooh, Quinn went for a vicious elbow. Would have been a vicious elbow and missed.
That could be a big opening for Jaimy Coxx right there.
I was gonna say I don't mind it when an official gives a little leeway to the wrestlers in those situations. Why count them both out? What's that gonna settle?
Absolutely.
No, go ahead.
Jaimy Coxx able to reverse that and eats a couple elbows here, and I thought that missed elbow was going to be a big opportunity. Oh!
Just missed the official, and got hit with a backstabber. Yeah, I mean, if it's something that, guys are continually going to the outside like that, then okay, just as if, a guy's continually right on the edge there, you've got no choice to disqualify him. But one-time thing, let it go. Let them brawl a little, but get back to the ring, and it gives the crowd a good show.
And I mean, I certainly understand that, but, the rules are the rules, and they were out there for quite a while. The referee gave them a lot of leeway.
Sure did, but now they're back in the ring, and the match is back on. But what I was going to say, the bone I've got to pick with Big Bubba Luscious, Jaimy Coxx is currently the PWL television champion.
Sure.
And has not defended that championship in some time. Now, you can argue, well, for quite a while there, he was wrapped up in the tag team championship scene with Eddie Venom. But they've now, those straps were lost, back in September, October now?
I believe so.
Okay, and sure, he's been in the heavyweight title picture, but hasn't held it. And since he did have the match with Austin Mannix in December, but I gotta ask Big Bubba Luscious, what are the bylaws that rule Metro Pro Wrestling? Because I think the last time, I don't know that Jaimy Coxx has actually defended that title since he's won it. He won it from Gutter last spring, and I don't believe he's defended it since. Well, it's getting a little absurd.
You were all for the referee playing fast and loose with the rules on the count.
Maybe, I didn't say fast and loose.
Maybe that's the way all the rules in a cover here by Quinn. Maybe that's the way all the rules are in MPW. And are you trying to insinuate that Big Bubba Luscious is not running his company the right way? That's a pretty big statement to make, my friend.
I've taken issue with the way Big Bubba, the way he operates certain things in the past. He knows this. I've confronted him on it. So if he'd love to come on the show, call a match with us sometime, I'd love to hear his side, or you can address it on the PWL. Either way, stop dodging it, Big Bubba Luscious. Answer the question.
I'd absolutely love to hear Big Bubba's response to that.
Scoop slam there. Puts Coxx down. Oh. Oh, he's got some words for the fans now.
Oh,
nicely executed maneuver there.
Beautiful.
Oh, he's staring down the fans. Right now, he's very wrapped up in what's going on, the animosity between him and those fans.
Yeah, he might be spending a little too much time eyeballing the fans. You don't want to give Jaimy Coxx any time to recover after you hit him that beautiful springboard moonsault there, and then he's going to whip him in, go for the back body drop, and Jaimy Coxx with a reversal.
Yeah, one of Jaimy Coxx's patent moves, sort of rocker-dropper type maneuver there.
Dropping him down to the canvas, and you can tell the effect that had. Quinn is absolutely out of it now.
Had things under control. But like you said, maybe taunted the fans a little too long. Gave Jaimy Coxx that sliver of an opening he needed to get back into this thing. Although Quinn first to his feet, Coxx blocks the punch there and hits Quinn with one of his own. Stops another one.
You don't want to give Coxx an opening because when a Coxx... Excuse me, Joel. That was getting out of hand. When Coxx sees an opening, he will take advantage of it.
What the hell's going through your mind right now?
That was unintentional, folks, and I do apologize for the lack of professionalism on my part.
My goodness.
My own imagination ran away with me there.
I guess so. I whips him off the ropes. You got any bad puns to make about that?
Maybe
spinning heel kick takes him down.
Maybe I've been drinking. I don't know.
Could have been. Maybe it's just something in the air. Looks like Coxx going for a pin here. Oh, that's what we like to call a lazy man pin there. Did not hook the leg.
Didn't get the leg, and he allowed Quinn to pop his shoulder off the mat there. A little bit of frustration on Jaimy Coxx's part. You could see that coming in.
He's pulling out his best moves now. We've seen the rocker drop. We've seen the spinning heel kick, and he's not been able to put his opponent down just yet.
Quinn with a nice jawbreaker there, and let's see what he follows that up with. Whip into the corner.
Possible reversal here, although Quinn catches his legs, and look out here. Coxx looks like he's clinging on for dear life. Uh-oh. Either way, though. Oh! Drives him into the mat, into a pin. Just kicks out. 2.5.
I gotta say, Joel, that was a very unique maneuver. I don't believe I've ever seen that one before.
Initially looked like he was going to go with sort of an Alabama slam.
Right.
Hardcore Holly, but then Coxx prevented him from doing so, but Quinn had another trick up his sleeve. Very nicely executed. Went for some big kick to the chin there. Some sweet chin music, if you will. Coxx avoided it. Now he's going to pump handle slam perhaps right here.
Looking like he's setting him up.
Stretching him.
Got him in an abdominal stretch, I guess, and he's yanking back on it.
Hammer away on those ribs. Smart idea. And now he's got it locked in. I think Gavin Quinn's going to take a ride here and blocks it. Oh, but even that, the effort to block it's got to be stretching those ribs.
That's painful.
And a reversal. An arm drag there. Nicely done by Gavin Quinn. He looked like he was in a world of trouble there and managed to worm his way out of it.
I've been impressed here with Gavin Quinn. He's giving it just as well. And he's setting up for that super kick yet again. Oh, caught.
Blocked by Coxx. Spins him around, puts a boot into his gut. Now Coxx has him set up for his finisher, and he nails it. That should be all she wrote.
That is it.
Count it. 1, the 2, the 3. Oh, we get the... ran out of time.
Oh, come
Yeah, it had to be what it was. I think we just hit the 10-minute time limit.
I believe you are
right. Yes,
right.
indeed. You hear the call from Sweet Willie Watts. Jaimy Coxx can't believe it. He was a second or two shy of winning this thing.
Referee's hand was on its way down for that 3 count there, Joel, and just wow.
Very frustrating.
Hate to see that.
Good little match. Had a little bit of everything. And brawling on the outside. Good wrestling on the inside. Tough way to have it end.
Jaimy Coxx very upset. You can't blame him. That's a rough one when you're, a split second away from victory, and now you have to accept a draw.
Ref raising both of their hands. I don't know why.
I guess to signify a draw, but neither guy. I'm sure neither guy felt like having his hand raised. That's it's kind of like kissing your sister when you get a draw in a match like that. So I've heard.
Well, that's what you've heard.
Because I've never wrestled.
I guess it depends who your sister is.
It's very true. Quinn showed a lot there. Put on a good match, but obviously he was a split second away from losing that one, and Jaimy Coxx is furious.
Yeah, I don't blame him for being upset. He had it, and I guess that's all. That's what you can hang your hat on coming out of this one. That you nearly had it.
Well, Joel, with Jaimy Coxx furious in the ring, there's no better time for us to get in a cheap plug for ourselves.
Oh, no doubt.
Folks, we do sketch comedy. You can check us out at mudpuppets.com. Or go to YouTube, search for the Mud Puppets. You'll find us. Give us a look. We'd really appreciate it.
We'd love to have you become a subscriber of our channel, a regular viewer. We just launched a blog on WordPress chronicling some of our behind-the-scenes trials and tribulations of shooting some of these sketches. So, we're expanding. We're branching out. We're trying to do what we can because we don't want to be a slave to the man.
Absolutely not. It's no fun.
We will see you next week when we have another match. Until then, enjoy the wrestling.